So hello and welcome to the very first episode for 2025 Stevens Four Wheels. And today, quite a simple episode to get us into the year. I'm just going to be starting up both the cars today. I'm going to be moving them forward a little bit, just give them a little bit of movement, shuffling forward and backwards, and just generally checking that they're okay. I haven't been out on these cars since before Christmas and now we're into the new year. So it's been probably about 10 days or so. So I do need a little bit of a start-up now. This SLK is a little bit of a question mark whether it will start. At the moment, I've never only started issues normally during the summer, but at the moment, it just took a little bit to start. A couple of times I've started up, it's tried to fire and then gone to that inevitable clicking sound, which means the battery's dead. So it does need sort of regular charge. I haven't charged it today, so we'll see how we get on. I'm also going to give a little bit of a tour around of the barn to show the little progress that I've made in it, really. So let's start by getting the SLK started up, and obviously I need to take the cover off first of all. And this is actually a different cover. This is an indoor cover, as the SL still got its outdoor cover. I've only got one of these indoor covers. I have to admit it's a little bit big for the little SLK. I did buy it for my new SLK when I had that. Right, so let's go and start the SLK up. I have turned the interior lights off. So that's why the interior light isn't on, but the dials have got a bit of power, so that's always a good sign. Oh. No. Right, so I've skipped ahead a little bit, and I've gone and put my battery charger on here. Now, I would like to point out, I don't really think there's anything wrong with the battery. It's more probably my doing. I haven't been out for 10 days. I haven't been using the car very much. It hasn't had much of a chance to charge. And also, it is absolutely bitterly cold today. I'll show you the B-Class that's out there. Absolutely frosted up, even though it's about sort of midday. So I'm not necessarily going to blame the battery for this in combination with my own things. My own fault, really. So hopefully this will work. So it's just sprung into life. All I'm going to do is push auto charge, little yellow button up there, and it automatically charges. Apparently, this is the right battery charging weight for this battery. As you can see, it's come up low at the moment. So yeah, we know it was low because it wouldn't be starting. So I've got to leave that on for probably at least an hour or two now. I'm not going to bother starting the SL yet. We'll do that all together when this one has charged. So I'm going to give a quick little walk around of the barn to show you what I've been up to. So the biggest thing I've done to the barn is I've been out painting. I was out here on Christmas Day, actually doing about an hour and a half. I was a bit fed up watching Christmas TV. So I thought, right, I shall come out and do a bit of painting. So I've done all the walls up to, I haven't done the back wall, that's used as storage. So I've done all the walls along here. I'm currently in the process of the doors. This was the door after first coat. And then this was after the second coat. I've only got one more coat to do. I think it's not the best paint job in the world, but it's better than nothing really, to be honest. So it looks like tight, looks like smart. Amazing how sort of discoloured like these walls had gone. So if you follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, you'll have seen the other day, I had a little visitor into the barn, a little mouse in here. Now I have got one of these humane mouse traps which we've had for a while now. We do live in the countryside, so fortunately you do get mice out here. And what I don't want them doing is going to the cars here and tearing up any electrical components and either inside or making a mess on the inside and just generally ruining the interior of the car. So this is a main trap. Got a little bit of peanut butter. So at the moment I've got a jar of peanut butter as part of my detailing kit at the moment over on the one side. And the idea is obviously the mouse comes in here. There's a little pressure pad. Help if I can snap. A little pressure pad there, and then this door sort of snaps closed. And I go and release them down at the end of the garden. Now we do have quite a long garden, so quite long and thin. So I'm hoping they'll go somewhere else. Hopefully, as long as it's not in here, I'm not too concerned, to be honest. So I'm in the barn today, and I've got one of these humane mouse traps because it's that time of year they come in for all the warmth. And instead of chewing all the electrics and all the interior out of the car, I thought I'd just put one down and see if we've got any little friends. As you can see, we've got a little friend now. He's still alive, he's still happy. So I'm going to go and release him. So I've also had a little bit of an organisation of the barn. I've put all my detailing stuff here and bits and pieces. I've also been gifted. I've gifted this from my parents. They're looking at moving soon. So I've sort of been getting rid of some of these units and a bit of a clear out. They're also gifting me this one. It's a shame they're not really big enough for the majority of the bottles. I think the smaller bottles you get in there. But if we have a look at some of the sort of litre bottles here, let's grab this one for example, they don't really fit that well. So it's a shame really. So I'm still going to need this big unit here. And yes, said peanut butter smooth. I can have smooth or chunky. So that's out here at the moment. I've also still got my original alloys for the SLK, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be selling or not at the moment. I've sort of moving an iron about them. And I sort of think if I ever did sell the SLK, so I mentioned a couple of people, and they said, well, will you have actually sold it? I'm not too sure. I don't think I actually would. I think this car's definitely a keeper for now. But if I ever did sell them, would I leave these wheels on and put these back on, or would I sell the car with those? It'd be less hassle to sell it with those on, to be honest. It might be a bit of a selling feature, but then again, I might actually get, because these cars aren't worth that much, I might be able to get maybe £500-600 for those just on its own, and then put these original wheels back on, and someone else can refurbish them and stuff. So I'm still in my mind about those at the moment. And finally, over here, I've got a bit of space for the hard stand. The stand for the hard top. There we go. I can get my words out. It has been used during the summer. I've had that issue, obviously I mentioned before, with the soft top cover not opening up. So I've put it here for now. I did have it here. It fits in this little gap between this pillar and the door quite nicely. However, the hard top, I'm getting my words out on this, too much hard and soft tops. Is a little bit, it overhangs on the edges a little bit, so you need a sort of bigger space for that. So the final big job to do is the flooring. Now I do want to replace the flooring a little bit. I'm not going to dig anything up, I'm just going to be laying some stuff over, which is why I've been a little bit untidy. I'm painting, you can see a sort of few blobs of paint around there. I haven't been the tidiest, to be honest, but I know I'm going to be putting stuff over this. So I'm probably going to be looking at a sort of the rubbery tiles that you get. I mentioned it before, rubber tiles. They have like a jigsaw pattern around the outside, and you slot them into place. You can cut them down to size. They can go around the sort of edges there and in between the pillars and stuff like that. So that's probably going to be the next job. Look at all of them next couple of weeks, and that will probably be a video in itself. Actually laying them, and then pretty much we're there. Obviously, I didn't want to put the floor down before I'd done my painting. I've still got a bit of paint in the door, so I'm still not quite ready to get the tiles down. But I can actually start to think about, let's order them and hopefully start measuring up and getting the right number of tiles. I'm probably going to miscalculate how many tiles on there. I know my luck, I'll order too few. I don't mind ordering too many because it's always good to have a few spares, but it's going to be quite a good step to finishing this, and it will just complete it up. I have to admit, it's, having done the walls now, and the walls look so smart now, all I've done is just basically giving them a quick coat, a very light coat of paint, just to smarten them up and look so much better now. It's just this floor, letting the side down, but I hope that'll be easy when we did. And then it will be a bit more easy to maintain. I can sweep them out, which again I can do with this anyway, but also I can give them like a mop or a clean or something. Just when you get the cars in, obviously I'll bring a little bit of gunking with them. If it's a wet day as well and I bring them in, or if I've just washed them, there'll be a little water coming off them, so there will be a little bit of dirt coming in. I can just give them a quick mop with the tiles down. So I'm quite looking forward to that, and that will be pretty much the barn done. Apart from putting a few bits up on the walls, I think that'll be it then. Right, so on 60%, so I think we're going to give this another sort of hour or so, and then we'll start the SL cap, and then we're going to get the cover off the SL and start that up as well. Right, so I've just given it an hour or so to charge up. Should be enough. I've just disconnected the battery charger from the battery and leave it there just in case though. And now we are ready to give it a little starter. Right, so second time lucky. Hey, there we go. Not even any warning lights either. Right, so just unlock the SL, got the cover off it. Now it's going to give this one a bit of a start. Now I haven't had any issues actually with this car not starting. Maybe it's because it's got a slightly bigger battery, there's a bigger engine. I'll always give it about 5-10 seconds just to prime itself up. Whee, look at that, straight up. And it always sounds a little bit lumpy when it's cold, so I think what we'll do, I'm going to go and stand outside for a bit, let these two warm up, going to get a bit of fresh air. I've left the door open at the back, also the doors open at the front as well. And we'll leave those two just to warm up for the next 5-10 minutes, and then just going to roll them forward and roll them back just so they got a little bit of movement today. So it's a little bit of follow-on video from today, just showing how I actually start up my cars, if they need charging. I think going forward I'm going to put the charger on the SLK every time I come to start it every week now, just to give it a little bit of a boost. It sometimes does start, sometimes doesn't start. Obviously it's a very cold day today, as we mentioned. I haven't really been running this car all that much. It starts about 15 minutes and doesn't really go out anywhere. So I hope you had a very enjoyable new year. Thank you very much for watching, and it's going to be goodbye from me, goodbye from the SL, the SLK, goodbye from the barn, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.